Hi guys, welcome to your bi-weeklies, and let me first start with big thank you. Cat Tarot reached 1 million viewers, and it wouldn't happen without you. And because you're subscribing, liking and sharing, it's all worth it. So I know that this huge effort is not in vain. So if you guys are not subscriber, I would greatly appreciate if you just click on it, like and share. And yes, I know I actually didn't record all the monthlies. They're going to come out this week, and I was even contemplating if I should skip these bi-weeklies, but my brother said that it's kind of not fun, especially now reaching 1 million. And here I am. This is my Sunday. I'm dedicated to you guys, and I hope you appreciate it. So look up for your monthlies soon. And lastly, the August special is relationship spread, so check it out. It's still on $50. If you want to find out what's going on, this is a quick and easy way to find out. Thank you. Hi Taurus, welcome to your bi-weeklies. I know I still didn't get your monthlies because I'm so overwhelmed currently with my life, with the number of orders and with the workload, and trying to do the best I can on this website. My dad kind of like needs this extra care around, so I'm just like literally juggling, and the summer is passing by here. However, I have to give you a secret that for the monthlies, you are the next sign I'm going to read. So possibly tomorrow you are going to get your 60 minutes thingy. It's really big because it's going to cover both lunar and solar eclipse, and this kind of matters. It should matter to you because you're a fixed sign, and fixed signs are going to get the most of it. So Taurus, August 1st, pardon me, to August 15. Taurus, August 1st 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 to August 15. August 1st to August 15. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. And by the way, please give me your comments if you like the Rain Virtue cards. I mean, I do have a love-hate relationship with them, but I do find they can get handy because obviously I'm doing a double spread over here. So some people did complain about them, but then, I mean, they cannot hurt. You can just isolate them, but it's kind of like good to see messages from two different decks, right? So we have here 5 of Cups and 3 of Cups. 10 of Cups. What happened? Why are you so sad? Who cheated on you? Like something happened and you're trying to keep a happy face, guys. Let's see what's going on here. Make the effort. Forgiving and learning. Past life relationship. Healing family issues again. See? You are going through a healing period. Give your relationship a chance. Codependency. Religious factors. Let your friends help you very soon. And children. So let's leave this here and see what's going on. Whoa. Whoa, it's going to be interesting for you guys. What do you have? You have 3 major arcanas plus an ace, so 3.5. So 1 karma card for now. So let's see. In the past, healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So butterfly, what a butterfly means, lifting up. But something has happened that not only did not lift you up, it kind of like constrained you and this butterfly kind of froze to death. So there is something that is still kind of brewing underneath the surface, something that, what they call it in psychology, the original abuser. So we are looking for the solution in our life and through our partners, and that cannot give us a solution to something that is kind of native to us. So for example, let's say you really need that emotions, but your parents, both of them, have maybe coming from the background where, you know, it was not kind of like open hugging in the family, and kind of like you didn't know how to define it as a child, and you found a way of I need this. Or maybe loving for you as a child was like gift giving. So now maybe you have a partner who has a different love language, and you're insisting to actually get that. So this is where this happens. This is basically you're attracting people who are going to challenge you to the core, because you see this kind of like frost land has to kind of like melt, right? And has to de-ice, or you became too rigid over something. So that's something maybe you've been going through. You see the hanged cat is telling you to look at things from a different perspective, because check it out. Do you think this kitty is just relaxing and just going to a daydream? No. When you're in this position, you're really thinking. You're not doing much because strategizing, and it does feel like a punishment. It feels like being stuck. In this position, it's kind of like, okay, I'm almost down. I'm almost down. It's kind of the last possible thing we can jump off. So you have been going through this process here as well. It could be in a situation without lots of support, with having lots of arguing and lots of misunderstanding, and basically not accomplishing anything, I think. It could be in a situation that you had with someone. It says past life relationship, but this kind of like is what I see in readings all the time. It's that karmic kind of debt that we have to pay. So we bring this person from a past life because we didn't finish it. And who do you think you want to bring from a past life? Well, somebody wrongs you, and let's say you kind of like didn't get this balance, you bring them here. So this is like a truth hasn't been told. So who is not telling the truth, guys? Or it should be that maybe a lie has been told. Sometimes not saying anything is a lie. It's a lie by omission. It has been, looks like a lie about some kind of manipulation. Maybe you were with someone who claimed to be just, you know, available for a relationship, who wants to go further, who, like, I mean, you see the Lion King or the King of Wands over here, who kind of like is so great and gorgeous and charismatic, but they were not here to stay. Maybe they actually have been with somebody all along, and they just kind of forgot to mention that to you. So that's the lying by omission. And hence your life kind of turned upside down. You kind of like felt you took a left turn, which kind of turned out to be very unlucky. So what's happening here? Making an effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you guide to take. So this could be even you guys, that you were sort of like a manipulator, but in this case I don't think you were the problem. It looks like you're still trying to work things out, even though, see, there is somebody who might have this extra person in mind and who is like so self-absorbed with their own importance, right? The point here is to saying that nobody's going to end up victorious in this situation. The situation is tough as it is. Oh wow, this is you guys. The Empress is basically ruled by Venus, and you guys are ruled by Venus. So this is kind of like going back to understanding the depth that you can have, kind of like really devoting yourself to children, devoting yourself to creativity, devoting yourself to everything, you know, you think you can aspire to. And look, there is like this goodness that kind of like can be encompassing. So nobody wins, so let's kind of like treat everything as equal and be the best we can be. So that's what lunar eclipse is. And so there is like this rebuilding, or kind of like finding out the weakest links and finding out what needs to be done. So you're like transitioning from one stage to another, realizing that kind of like universal principle. And this forgiving and learning also, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. And there is Knight of Chalices. Oh my gosh, are you hearing this like drilling outside? The summertime. Seriously, it's absolute nightmare, because like everybody's taking their toolbox out, and like, this is not the music to my ears. I'm highly sensitive to sounds. So Knight of Chalices. So are you able to be the best you can be? Knight of Chalices talks about ability to be seductive, to be kind, to be romantic, to kind of like, again, stop and smell the roses, right? And you're getting out of cold. So whatever it was, guys, that bickering and feeling like being on the short end of the stick, you somehow are saying, look, the biggest damage to me would be that I become a different person, that you take away from me my joy for life, my ability to get back on my feet, and I have to forgive you because of this. See, that again tells me it has been someone who may have been married, that you have been involved with, the chains, and you have behaved probably not even adequately. Maybe you're ashamed of how you behaved. Maybe you were behaving completely out of your character. Maybe you were overly materialistic, or you came across overly materialistic, that all it matters. Maybe you gave up somebody because of money, because you have the Five of Pentacles. In any case, you're kind of like really trying to figure out what happened in the situation. And if you were the wrong one, you're really going in forgiveness, not so much for them. It is like more for you, because you want to reclaim who you were, because you were not yourself, and you're actually succeeding in this. It says give your relationship a chance and work in your partnership. So it's a new path. Butterfly again, you see, but it's not kind of like squished and frozen like here, right? Here is like nice and live, and it's kind of leading you to, let's try new things. Even if this means falling off the cliff, you have to revisit this youthful innocence. You know, certain things might not move forward, Knight of Pentacles, but then you have Knight of Swords. This could be also dealing with your children, and maybe going back to a relationship that has children. Maybe one child has maybe some issues, the other one doesn't. This also could mean, and this is a concept that is kind of getting lost in North America. In fact, I'm here for 20 years or so, actually even more, 23 years. And I still understand this age discrimination and age segregation. In Europe, we always were introduced to all kinds of ages, like you were playing with much younger kids than you and much older kids than you, and kind of like it was a support with each other. And by doing that, you do actually learn completely different dimensions. You see, when you're like playing with younger, you have to be protective, you have to be kind, right? When you're playing with older, you're picking up on kind of, you know, curiosity. You kind of like want to catch up. You're developing this kind of like higher up attitude, right? So this could mean this kind of new approach would actually go back to that, kind of like realizing that you have to go outside of your shell. Everything that you know, stretch it, right? Go out of it. And that's kind of like giving a whole bunch of relationship a chance, mostly the one that you have with yourself. Because honestly, you're going to have something that is happening that's going to be romantic feelings, but you will actually also do the repair about yourself. And this is what it is. It's going to feel strange. Codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life. So it could be that you are still highly attracted to someone. There is like a huge sexual connection with someone. And this is not love, guys. I have to be with him. I have sexual dreams with him. No, not love. You're not soulmate. You're not twin flame. That's not a definition. This just means he could be biologically good genetic partner. Mostly it feels that you have codependency whenever you're triggered like this, because just think of love. How do you love your parents? How do you love your pet? Do you leave your house and you just cannot stop thinking about this pet and you're feeling sad? Or you know they're going to be there, you know that you're looking forward to them. You see, that shift is what love is. You somehow are still dealing with some issues. This is like the Hermit. It's going to go all the way to September, but there's going to be a level of loneliness. You might actually have some addictions, because we've seen it here. Well, you're Taurus, you like to enjoy your food, you like to enjoy your, you know, wine, so just don't overdo it, guys. See, you're kind of like the strengths. You see, August and September are going to be toughy for you. Wow, 3 majors. Look at that. You have all this reverse, the Hermit, the Strength, and the Lovers. And so what are you guys doing? You're actually developing the new concept of what really love is. You see, yes, the feelings are real and worth exploring, maybe for somebody else, and you're just trying to figure out how to do it this time, not to fail. Kind of like, okay, I have been doing this all the time and it always failed. So maybe it's not a solution, keep changing the people and hoping, well, this new person is going to do better, where each new person just adds extra thing on your list, kind of like what not to date. So this is saying, okay, wait a minute, let me just kind of really see when I feel lonely, what is it I really need, and why I feel lonely, because feeling lonely, it's also a sign of codependency. Because people by nature do not feel lonely. Yes, we are social animals, of course, and everything, but it's not like that you cannot go on the internet and communicate to someone. It's kind of like instantaneous. Nobody is really desolated these days. So why aren't you strong enough, or why are you insisting on something? Maybe you're attracted to someone who is committed to somebody else, and hence you feel you really want this person. You see, these 2 cards generally are the same card. So in this card not so much, and the other decks are basically the same painting in black and white. So 6 and 15 again boil down to 6, and kind of like they're talking the same story about what is the relationship for you, and you are going into kind of like self-discovery, and all this healing is going to kind of bring you to a kind of different level. And religious factors, this is literally your feelings. Your love life is influenced by religious upbringing and spiritual paths. So what are we talking about here is like signing up for the same sets of rules, signing up to who you want to become, and lifting the veil of secrets. You might, as a part of this, you might kind of not look into the real problems, and also kind of like maybe just turn, well, the real problem, real kind of issues that somebody is juggling, the 2 people, or that the whole thing has to be done on a solid ground, that currently there are too many issues that are floating and they have to resurface and be dealt with. Also, you are still recovering. You see, like you have something that happened with this person who kind of like turned probably their back on you, and you kind of like felt backstabbed. So it's asking you to kind of like nourish yourself, kind of like let your friends help you, ask for and accept support from others. Guys, the worst is over. This is good. The crossroads are here, and you are jumping back on your feet. See, the end, the swords are coming out, and you can manifest now new things. And this is probably why you're going through so many repairs. Look at here, you have 9s and now you have 1s. So what's going to happen? Hopes and fears. You actually are at the stage kind of clarifying what you want, clarifying that you actually want to bring this energy back. Queen of Wands is like really realizing what you have to say, what you don't have to say. The Black Kitty really represents shadow in ourselves, that we also have always, and we'll always have parts that are bad parts. And this is kind of recognition of this. Kind of like, to some extent you're going to charge ahead, but to the other extent you're not going to go. See, it's still going to be indecision. It still is like my spiritual protective box, feeling trapped somewhere. You're still having this issue between go and do not go, and how do I do it? So I think that's going to be the flavor of these 2 weeks. Shall I go or shall I not go? And how do I deal with this? But at the same time, it's going to be a new path. So it looks to me that you guys are really dealing with either your marriage that could be that had issues, or with somebody else where children have been kind of in consideration. And then Four of Wands reversed means, well, going to the next stage. Well, there is a Queen of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. So something will happen. It's going to shake down foundations. So it looks like to some extent you will just want to continue the way you always did, and it's not going to work anymore. So the very same thing that you always did, that always worked, is not going to work anymore. You're actually called to really redefine yourself. If you don't do it yourself, something will happen. It's going to shake down this foundation. It's going to make you kind of go down to that healing, forgiving, looking deep inside, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work, seeing who is who. If somebody's juggling, and you don't feel right about that, it has to go. You have to kind of heal this codependency where, you know, it's not workable situation. And just because person says, yes, I'll do that for you, if they don't follow that with action, it's not going to happen. So you guys are in the phase where you can actually manifest things, but you're still sort of like in the flux where you still know how to go about that. So it's going to be interesting, Taurus. So please give me your comments. I love to listen, I love to hear. Look out for your monthlies, which are much higher level. It's kind of like teach them how to fish instead of giving them the fish. And sure, if you're not subscriber, please subscribe, like and share, come on the Facebook. And until the next time, I love you. Bye.